All right, what's up, folks? All right, so today we're going to be working on the bookshelf app some more, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Um, yeah, so I think that I want to work on some DevTools stuff because I don't have any plans to teach about that, but I probably will, and it's just something that I can do to add something to this workshop, just to make it a little bit easier for people who are working in the app. So that's kind of my plan right now. I may come across some things and decide I want to work on something else. There are definitely some areas of the app that could be solidified a little bit, but pretty soon I need to start making actual exercises and deciding how I'm going to do that. So yeah, hey there, Francis. Glad that you're loving this series. I am having a good time as well. Hopefully I don't lose my voice today like I did yesterday. I probably won't talk as much today. What's up from Kenya? How's the virus going on in Kenya? Hopefully you don't have to lock yourself in your house and stuff. It's kind of what I've been doing, but it's kind of like what I always do, except now my kids are also locked in the house. I mean, we've got a yard and stuff and they play in there, but it's just kind of get stir crazy. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let's jump in. Okay, so let's see. I did get some updates to, oh, you know what? I don't need Tailwind in here anymore. Let's get rid of that. I still recommend Tailwind. I think it's a good idea, but I can't do that right now. So let's commit this. Some changes. I'm doing multiple things at once. Oh, maybe I should fix the tests, actually. That would probably be a good one. Yeah. We technically, it's advised that we, stay inside in Utah, but it's not there's no ban on anything, really. It's just they just don't want people interacting, social distancing, flatten the curve, all that stuff. Yeah, I kind of go crazy with that too. Okay, I'm getting a phone call from my pharmacy. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right, sweet. This is good. That was good news. Okay, cool. So yeah, fun fact, a few months ago, I found out that I am lactose intolerant, pretty severely lactose intolerant. And so that was a relief because, well, it was mixed feelings because for the last 6 years, I've had really bad problems, tummy problems every now and then, just every few weeks or once a month or so. And it's super annoying. And painful and stuff. And so I went and found out I was lactose intolerant, but I just eliminated dairy from my diet and I was still having problems. So I was like, what gives? And they said, well, it could be Crohn's disease. The tests indicated that it probably wasn't, but it could be. And so we decided to do further tests to see if it was SIBO, which is, I don't even know what that stands for. It's some bacterial imbalance in my gut. Apparently, I tested positive for that, and so now I have a prescription to go get that fixed. Hopefully, I think that can come back. But anyway, so I got to go pick that up later. And then hopefully I will be able to just survive without not having stomach problems every couple weeks, which would be great. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and, yes, I think I'm going to do the test first, actually. So, well, I tweeted that I was going to do the DevTools, so people who are watching might want to see the DevTools first, so that's what we'll do first. So I have a blog post about this, actually. I did this at a company I worked at called Alianza. I tried to do it at PayPal, but I was unable to convince my coworkers that it was a good idea. So, yeah, here we go. make your own DevTools. I even have a video showing you how to do it. But yeah, this was a screenshot from a video I made when I left Alianza showing the DevTools that I had there, built with Angular and stuff. It was kind of fun. And yeah, I made a little demo and tweeted that out. It's pretty fun. So this is the basic idea. We are going to import load DevTools from here. So let me, I'm just going to copy and paste some of my code. It'll be fun. Let's see, we're going to go to index, and I'm going to put this in Bootstrap actually. Or no, let's just do it in, yeah, let's do it in Bootstrap. And then we will, yeah, the thing is I need to, not, this will probably work. This will probably work just fine. So we'll do the load DevTools here instead. Okay, so then, I haven't saved that file, that's fine. Okay, so load DevTools, and then we'll do the rendering of things. And let's make DevTools load.js. The files on your IDE look so good. What extension is that? Okay, so you'll find everything that I use on my uses page. So enjoy that. Okay. And then I'm just going to grab all this stuff. Put load DevTools there. And we'll export default load DevTools. Right. And then we've got our DevTools file itself, devtools.js. And looks like I typoed React DOM from React DOM. Don't worry, I'll walk through all of this stuff once I've got it all done. And then, did I already local? No. Okay, so this is going to be local DevTools. Here, let me look at the repo. DevTools. Yeah, I put that in the install thing, which is in here. I think my blog post is slightly different. So load is all this stuff. And then I have the DevTools file, which is all this stuff. And in that install, there we go, we have that. And then I'm getting a red underline for this. Because that's silly. Okay, and save and save. Well, we don't get any compilation errors, so that's cool. And yeah, I think we're set. So import DevTools, call install on it. Install gets called. If we have local DevTools, then we'll require it. And yeah, so let's make a DevTools local.js, and then we'll come into our gitignore and add a DevTools local.js. Okay, and then I will make, yeah, then I can just do whatever I want in there, which is sweet. I should have done this yesterday because I was having to run through the login sequence multiple times, and it would have been a lot easier to do it this way. Okay, cool. Console log in local. Let's just see what that does. Boom, there I am. Very good. All right, sweet. So I think we're ready to rock and roll. I don't think that I'll be doing much in the local dev tools, but we'll keep it there anyway. I feel like I could make a package out of this. If anybody wants to do that, you're welcome to it. But yeah, so we're loading some dev tools, and yeah, that's it actually. So let's go ahead and make the dev tools a thing. We'll actually render something. So right now we just have at the bottom of the page, hi from DevTools. Whoa. But we want it to render something actually useful. So what I did in here was I had a DevTools thing that I just rendered at the bottom. And maybe that's what I'll do. Just copy this. And in here, import DevTools CSS, or yeah, DevTools.css. Stick that in there, save that, and then we'll say DevTools root dot set attribute ID to DevTools. There we go. Sweet, and with that we got. So for some reason it's not sticking to the very bottom, which it should. Huh. Position, let's do sticky. There we go. Well, that's interesting. Oh. I see. The reason it's not going down to the bottom is because this is overflowing. So, yeah, we want to only have it show up when, let's see, when we're on hover. Okay, and then we've got this dot tools. That's how I did that. Okay. So we'll say class name, or here, we'll do div dev tools div hello class name tools. There we go. Dev tools. Hello. Okay, cool. So then instead of dev tools, we're gonna do knobs. Yeah, sweet. I believe, see you using Vim key binding in a couple of your old stream. Why am I not using Vim anymore? You'd be surprised how many times I get asked that question. I don't know why people are so interested. I don't know. I just decided I didn't want to use Vim anymore. So that's it. Cool. All right. So that, oh, I forgot to update my position. Sticky. There we go. Ta-da. I wonder if what if we set the opacity to 0? Oh, there it is. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. That'll be a surprise for anybody using the app. But see, here's the cool thing, is I can disable the dev tools because of the way that this is working. So I could just, yeah, let's do dev tools false. And look, now it's not there anymore. What? Say what? DevTools are phenomenally awesome. Yeah, big fan. I think that's what I'll do. We'll just have it be invisible. And maybe I'll have it span the entire bottom instead of just being. So we'll say width is. Oh, that's interesting. I have 2 widths in there. So we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. And overflow scroll. See, now I can just do that. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully I always make sure to have enough room at the bottom so that that's never in the way. Why? Huh, that's interesting. The presence of the DevTools is felt in there. I want it to be sticky, but I also don't want it to take up any space in the DOM. So, yeah, see, now look at all that space it's taken up. Yeah, that's messed up. Okay, so let's try sticky, or yeah, you know what? Maybe we don't want to position it sticky. We'll just put it at the bottom. So, yeah, let's try that. So if I put my mouse down here, then it doesn't until I get down to the bottom. Ah, interesting. Nope, that's not going to work. No. Let's figure this out. This is going to be fine. We'll do a position absolute. Haha. Yep, right there. It's hanging out right here. Yeah, we don't want that. Here, let's make the opacity back up to 0.6 or 4, I think is what I had it at. Okay, so I want it to be always at the bottom of the screen, but not take up any space. I think what we need is a wrapping div. So edit as HTML, div, and then let's see, height is okay. The entire height of the scrollable area, right? So the body, yeah. So if we do height of 100%, position relative, there we go. And then it's at the bottom, but it doesn't take any space. So if we get rid of it, then I should not be bumped. Yeah, perfect. That's what I need. So then I just have to scroll down to the bottom to get the DevTools, which is probably what I want. Maybe. Or maybe I should put it up at the top. Maybe that's where I should put it, actually. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to put this top at 0. We won't have it 100%. We'll have it at 60 pixels. And yeah, okay. So we'll say top. Have it 60 pixels. Sticky. But I think that means it'll take up space in the DOM. So we're going to do DevTools. Can we do like a, without adding an extra div in here, before position absolute? Is that kind of how that works? I don't think this is going to work, but, or position relative. I don't think that, no, that's not what I want anyway. I want it to be sticky and not take any space in the DOM. Okay, I'm confusing myself now. So let's just, let's not make it sticky. We'll have it be position absolute, just at the very top. And the width will be 100%. Right there. Okay, boom. Okay. Great. And then I feel like there was something else I wanted. Oh yeah, we'll make the opacity be 0. So it's like a cheat code. You're like, oh, hello. And so you're like, oh, I want to do some DevTools stuff, and then I'm done. And we're going to do 50 view heights. So it'll fill up half the screen. Whatever height that is. Yep. Very cool. Position fixed, bottom left 0. Oh. Position fixed. Is that what I want? Fixed. And then top 0, left 0. And then it'll always be at the top, even, yeah, okay. Nice. Okay, cool. I think that'll work. Yeah, thank you, Francisco. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. So feeling good about that. So now we need to actually put something useful in here. And the only thing I can think of right now is to put the let's see, the dev tools for React Query in here. So let's go take a look at React Query dev tools. And they've actually got a little hovering action going on for their dev tools. It is the embedded mode. Or no, the floating mode. Yeah, it's kind of fancy. But I want to do my own thing, so we're going to do this one. And let's go ahead and install it. Good morning, King Daro. Evening. Oh. King Daro, what time is it where you're at? Because you're watching my streams like all the time, even in the afternoon. Do you stay up super late? All right, we're going to import from panel. I think it's the panel is what I want. Yep. And I need to do, yeah, styles and class name, whatever I want. Okay, cool. So we'll put that right here. Ta-da! And now, whoa! Fancy. Okay, I think I want the opacity to be like 1. Nice. $12:04 in the morning? Oh wait, 12:04 in the afternoon. I see. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so you're just 1 hour ahead of me. You're in like Colorado or something. Or anywhere. No, Colorado is my time. No, you're further. Texas. Yeah. This virus thing is no joke. Okay, so I've only got one query active on the page, and then if I go, I wonder, actually, I want to toggle it. So if I click on that, then it stays toggled. It stays on or something. I don't know. This may not. What may be better is instead of overlaying everything, it actually just pushes everything down. So instead of being, let's see. Here, let's do. Here, we'll just set this to hover. Okay, and then instead of being position fixed, yeah, it goes, I guess it could go to the bottom. We could make it go to the side. We could make it responsive, so we'd have we'd change the body to be display. Let's see, what would be the best way to do this? Yeah, this is a fun way to spend your lockdown hours. Okay, so what I'm kind of thinking is, why don't we make it go to the side if there's room? No, because it's like a really wide thing anyway, and it's not responsive in itself. Yeah, it gets all squished up. So, yeah, bottom it is, I think, and we'll have it take up room. Yep, I think that's probably best. So, let's do bottom and no, I want it to take up room, so we're not going to do position fixed or any of that. And boom, there it is. And then you do your doodads or whatever you want to do, and then you come up here and you do some more stuff, and then I guess but I want to click on this and it'll stay on. So instead of just hover, it'd be dev tools show. Yep. Oop. Or wait, yeah. Okay, and then we'll make this a button. On click, toggle, show, show, set, show, false, and toggle, show, set, show. And then React use effects. Maybe I shouldn't. What if instead I do this div, and this will be my ID dev tools, and then instead here. Yep, I think that'll probably work out better. And then I can say class name. Show, otherwise no. That should work, pretty sure. And I click on it, and now it stays. And then we'll want to have it styled somehow. So let's bring in JSX from emotion. Whoa, that is not what I intended, but that'll work. And let's say CSS show, or here let's I don't know. How do you style this to make it look good? Border, none. Background, none. And opacity. We could style the opacity. That seems like a cheap way to do it, but sure. Border, none. Background, none. And opacity will be show 1 otherwise 0.8. There we go. We're like, bink. You can barely tell. 0.6. This is probably a bad idea. Oh, what if instead I do the whole thing? I set the opacity of the whole thing. So if we've got show, here we'll say opacity 0.7. And then if we have show on, dev tools dot show, then the tools will be, or actually, yeah, opacity of 1. That'll probably be not terrible. So I click on bink, and it's locked in. And if it's not, then that's fine. And given the fact that it's at the bottom now, I wonder if I should just have it span the whole thing. Whoa. Oh, it's because I put it down all the way at the very bottom. Let's do a transition delay of oh, I want to do the opposite. Rats. Huh. I want it to delay going away, but not delay showing, right? So yeah, that doesn't make sense. All right, well, this isn't important enough, so we're just gonna stick with that. And then click, and now you're in your stack. Then we can go here. We're like, sweet, notes, and boom. Rock, and boom. Refetch. See what happens if we remove our list items. I guess we've still got it in the UI because we haven't re-rendered, but what if I do this? Wait, did that just happen? Or here, let's try this again. I need to make that outline not there. Yeah, okay, let me find that. Tab index. Actually, I wasn't able to make this work anyway, so we'll just remove that entirely. I wanted to make it so that when you're on a list and you remove something, that especially when you're focusing around, if I remove this, then my focus goes to the body. And so, which may not be what I want, where I want it to go, especially when I'm right here. I'm right here. I would expect my focus to either go to the next one or I don't know, but where it goes is, wait, what? It did go to the next one. That was not the experience that I had earlier. Okay, great. Even better. Cannot update a component while... Okay, I'm just going to assume that isn't really a problem. Okay, we'll go here. Oh, nope, there it is. Oh. Interesting. So I'm rendering this to a different React tree. Maybe that's why. Okay, I think I'm just going to report this to, or actually, Tanner's going to look at this project later, so I'll just wait for him to take a look at it later. Yeah, I thought that was happening in query cache. Set unsorted queries, yeah. Yeah, it's happening in his stuff, but in my stuff, my code is right here. I'm querying for the book. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's his deal. Okay, cool. So we'll turn that off and boom, now it's gone. All right, I'm pretty chill with that. I think that's pretty neat. Except where'd it go? Uh-oh. Now that should be, yeah, I guess I do want position fixed bottom 0. Huh. That is not position absolute. Nope. Huh. Static. Maybe that'll do it. Nope. It appears right there. What? Needs more drop shadow. You mean that does? This doesn't hover over anything, so I guess we could have drop shadow right there. Above? Is that a thing? Do people put a drop shadow above? These don't have it above. I guess they have a little bit. I'm no designer. I am out of my element here. This is frustrating and annoying. Why is this way? What if we change it when it's showing? So if we say position fixed bottom 0, and then when we're showing, say position static. You're obsessed with drop shadows. Ah! Ah! Okay, that won't work. Well, dang. It's appearing right there, but I don't want it to. Oh, I know why. Because the body is not 100%. So, yeah, if we just say min height, 100 view height, then it'll be at the bottom. Nope, it's not. min height 100%. Why is it not 100%? Okay, let's just do 100 view height for that too. Oh, and it's, take that off. I don't want that on anyway. And then we've got a scroll problem here, so, drat. What if we say display flex direction column, and then we'd say this one is the flexible one, flex 1. Or wait, no. Is it this one needs to be the flexible one? Flex 1. Okay, cool. There we go. So the body needs to have, and then actually I removed the no script thing, so we'll see. So let's go to global CSS. Maybe I have it in my HTML. Nope. Here, we're going to get rid of this. Who doesn't have JavaScript enabled anyway? I mean, I know a lot of people do, but they're not going to use this app and expect it to work. So, whoa, global. Huh, where are the styles for my body coming from? Huh. Oh, this is coming from the Bootstrap reboot. That's what that's coming from. Okay, so we'll say body. And I think I wanted that one to have min height. Didn't I? Wait, what happened to the display flex that I had on there? Oh, I refreshed. Display flex direction column. And this actually, the root, I don't want it to justify content center, but I do want it to have flex 1 and min height 100 view height. And then the dev tools are fine as they are. Okay, that's not awesome. Why is it? It's interesting. What's happening when we do this? Yeah, it's because, here, I bet we won't see the same thing here. And actually, you know what? I just realized I think I need to do this a little bit differently, not using CSS with display none, because I actually want it to not render this unless we're showing. So instead of doing CSS with hover, we're going to just rely on the show. And so, const hovering, set hovering, React use state false, and on mouse over, on mouse out. Kind of thinking I should instead do a mouse move on the body. So let's do that. Because the problem is that you can mouse over and then move your mouse out of the screen and then bring it back in and it's still up, and that's not what I want. So use effect and say window dot, or no, we want document dot body, add event listener, update hover state, and this is going to be a mouse move. I know this makes it really hot code because mouse moves events happen a lot, but I think we'll be okay. Document body remove event listener, mouse move, update hover state. So then we'll have a function event if event.target is contained in our ref, which we need to make here, const root ref equals react dot use ref if dot current in contains, then, or actually let's just do set hovering. And instead of show, we'll say persist. Set persist. And then we'll have a show equals persist or hovering. Except I need to spell persist correctly. And then show, and we'll render that, otherwise null. And do we have, yeah, we don't need to worry about this anymore. Just get rid of all this stuff. Yep. There we go. And that needs a little bit of space. Okay, cool. All right, that is not. Oh, and I need my ref. Root ref. Nice. And then when the DevTools are not there, then we can do all this stuff and not worry about the DevTools being rendered to the page, which is exactly what we want. Okay, cool. Still have that bug. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, it looks like the bug only exists when I haven't set a rating and I choose a rating and then go away until before that rating has been persisted. Okay, let me just look at that really quick. I haven't even investigated it yet, so list item rating. What if we just change this to checked? Yeah, then we always have the problem. But if we do an optimistic update, Okay, I don't have time to look into this right now. We can fix it later. I have some ideas, but I'm not gonna jump into it yet. Okay, cool. So I'm actually pretty happy with the DevTools, and so if you came here to watch DevTools, then there you go. Read the blog post for details, and yeah, we're good. Now we can persist it, and we're like, I want to go see the finished books, and then we're like, hey, let's go look at that, and here it is, and notes rock, man. Cool, right? So that's an inactive query, meaning it will get collected eventually. Here's all the data associated to it. There's config for it and stuff. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And then we can unpersist it, and now it goes away. I love it. It's perfect. Okay, sweet. Let's add this. Add dev tools. Oh, right. My tests are busted. That's the next thing. Okay, cool. So let's work on the test. We're going to be over on this side for a little while. I'm going to close out. We'll make a new tab. Get our test running. Okay. So we'll run all the tests, and then we'll go. I made like so many changes to the way that things work, so lots of these I may just decide to delete, but we will see. Wow. That is a lot of broken tests. Okay, cool. So let's start with API client. Okay. So we failed undefined. I don't understand why this would be failing. That's very odd. But here we have window.fetch mock, and it should reject, and that's fine. Tests were made to be broken. Yeah. Yeah, and then we have fetch mock resolve value. Here, let's do calls fetch. Just focus on this one. Okay, so just get rid of those. Okay, good. And then that's going to fail. Okay. It may be beneficial to actually start this up with Chrome DevTools in debug mode, but we will see. Okay. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay. All right. Okay, we're in here to data. So R, okay. Okay. I think I need, okay. It's true. Yep, there we go. All right, that's good. want to clear the filters. Cool. All right. Let's got a bunch of test failures. I want to figure out which one is the one that's doing this huge, enormous renders link to discover page. We'll do list. Boom. Just this enormous. Can I read property history of unfind? Okay. Well, let's just get started with the first one. Discover page with no list items at all. Oh, you know what? I just realized I told my mom and dad I would do something and I haven't done it yet, and I feel bad, so let me do that really quick. It should only take a moment. Uncomment that test. Which test? I missed it. Sorry. The first test is commented. Commented? Which one? In here? Oh. Ah, you're right. My bad. We'll see if it breaks later. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Thank you for letting me know. Let me just do this really quick. What day will that be? 22nd. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Almost done. Okay, and one last thing. Huh, Gmail is taking forever to load. Come on, Gmail, you can do it. Okay, there we go. Great. Now, let me go here really quick. Okay. Great. Now, we're back. I think. Sorry, let me just double check one last thing. Okay, we're good. I'm going to take my watch off. Oh, it's almost lunchtime already. Okay, so list. What are we testing here? We come here. This is the list screen. And here we're mocking out the list item list. So why are we even testing this? And finished is basically the exact same thing. And then we have a test for the list item list. Nope, we don't. Wow. Who wrote these? It was me. My bad. I think that what I want to do is let's see. I don't think I want to mock out the list item list. Maybe the reason I'm mocking out the list item list is because yeah, it's doing the use list items, and I didn't want to get in. Well, before it wasn't doing that. It was probably making a request to get the list items or something. I don't even remember. But now I could probably yeah, I could probably just set the value in the cache before each test to some fake list items or something, and do that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this test, and I'm going to get rid of this test, which is basically the exact same thing. This one should be working. So we'll rewrite those tests later. Okay, let's find what other tests are failing. Use callback status, which actually should now be use async. And not found is failing also. That one should be a pretty low-hanging fruit, easy one. Cannot read history of undefined. That's because my render is not rendering this within a React router provider. So let's come down here, and we'll make our own test utils. I'm thinking, is there a way to create React app dev? I know they have this node path thing. Right here, actually, let's go to create React app. Now, I've got it in my node modules. We'll go to node modules, React scripts, lib, nope, config, jest, nope, I didn't think so. Create jest config is what I'm looking for. Scripts, utils, create jest config. There you are. Module directories, modules directories, nope. Oh, module paths. Wait, is that a thing? Module paths jest. How is this different from module directories, I wonder? Huh. Interesting. I see. Okay, so it's like, okay. So where's this additional module paths coming from then? Modules. Additional module paths, base URL. Where's that options coming from? Options, get initial module path. Okay. Sorry, let me come back here. Modules. Oh, I see. Additional module paths coming from options. Options is compiler options. Oh, okay. Compiler options is probably coming from base URL. Yeah, okay. So do we have a JS config in here? Not yet. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Base URL. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at just Cypress. This one, I'm pretty sure I've got a JS config in here. And base URL is just here. And then we have paths as well, which I don't think it looks like they support. Paths, compiler options. Options dot, yeah, they're just referencing the base URL. But I could probably set it. Okay, in any case, I think something I could do that might work is if I move this to here, I need to update a couple things. Then I could say, let's go to not found. Oh, and actually I will want to have a JS config so this works. JS config, JSON. Grab this. Base URL will be source. And I don't think I'm allowed to do those. And that'll be it. So then we'll quit this and start it up again. And not found. Okay, so then I want to go here. We're going to skip so I don't have so much noise. And then can I import generate, or what are we exporting here? Yeah, star as G from source test generate. Will that work? That works. Sweet. This is great. I am super glad about this. So then I can say test utils JS. Okay, cool. So then I can import render as RTL render from testing library React, export star from testing library React, and export render. And we'll make our own custom render. Takes UI and options, and we'll return RTL render with the UI and options, but then our options will spread because I'm going to have a wrapper children and return, and I think I had a test somewhere that had something similar to what I wanted. Yeah, basically this. I guess it's just the context providers that we've got, which should be in here. App providers. There we go. So app providers, children, will import app providers from context. I think that should work. Oh, right. How do you handle the versions of the projects with Semver? I don't know what you're asking about. I use Semver when I publish my own project. Or are you talking about like projects that I don't publish to NPM? I don't worry about versions for that stuff. At least not for little things like this. When I was at PayPal, we did, I don't know what we did actually. I don't remember. We did manage the versions, but I wasn't really involved in that. So And then let's import render from, and actually let's rename this app. Utils. Test utils. Okay, and we'll come, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so test app, test utils. I think I should be getting autocomplete from this, but let's see what happens. Cool, okay, that's good. So this means that, yeah, we've got async stuff going on from the get-go. This bootstrap app data and all of that jazz. So how are we going to make this work nicely? Because I don't actually want to run the auth provider code in every one of my tests, I think. Maybe. I'm going to sit down. Yeah, the codebase is open source. It's linked in the description. I'm working on a branch right now. It's a WIP/React query is where I'm working right now. Okay. Yeah, bootstrap app data gets run on require of this module, which is fine. It's what I want in the app, but I don't actually want I have not done the patterns workshop on front-end masters yet because the virus. So we're still working on when we're going to do that. We might do it online, or we might just wait until things blow over. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to mock this module, create my own provider thing. So say jest.mock, and we're going to mock the context, auth context. And here we'll say, or actually, let's do it here. Import React from React and export. Here, we'll actually come over here and grab this. Mock auth provider. Use mock auth. I just realized I want to set the display name to auth context. Mock auth context. And we'll I think my son is about to knock on my door. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so that got resolved. Yeah, so we're gonna return mock auth context provider and props. Just spread all the props. So we want to make a value here though, value. And our mock value needs to be similar to the value that we're getting here. Mock value. Did I lock him outside? No. He's just playing in my basement. Okay, so then we have a user. And here's where we get generate. So let's pull in generate. Port star as G from test generate. I'm not sure why I'm not getting autocomplete. I might need to restart VS Code or something. But yeah, so generate allows me to build a user. So a user, G build user. And login will be a jest function. Logout will be a jest function. And register will be a jest function. And each of these need to mock resolved value. Except for logout, I don't think. Yeah, that's kind of a fire and forget thing. So mock resolved value. There we go. And so then in here, we can just say mock that thing. And there we go. Sweet. Oh, it was a joke. Okay, good. I never know. There are like lots of random people. And, you know, some people would just lock them outside, say, go play, it's fine. But I think it's raining. Or maybe it's not, actually. I think it's not supposed to be raining anymore. I'm looking at my phone to see if it's raining out in that window that's right there. I just don't want to get up and look. And I'm also curious to see if it's going to start raining again later today. Nope. Hooray! It'll be nice tomorrow and the next day. But then we're going to get 3 days of rain and sadness. Boo. But then it'll start looking nice again. Hallelujah. Why did we have to be quarantined at our house during a time of rain when kids can't run out and play? Or they can, they're fine. Okay, I'm going to come over here. We're going to cut this and we're going to reload because I'm pretty sure I should be getting autocomplete for stuff like this. Yep, there it is. Ta-da! Sweet glory. Okay, cool. Hey, this is looking good. We don't have as many failing things anymore. So let's go to use async. That one's definitely one I want to continue to test. Use async. And it's just a couple extra functions that I was, that we need to get. Now, I am not using React or React Hooks testing library, and I'm not sure why I wasn't using that. So here is error, false. I added a bunch of stuff in here. Data null is loading, false is idle, true. And status we changed to idle. Okay. Oh, and we have an is resolved, false, and is rejected, false, and is idle, should be down here. Oh, we've got is rejected already. Is success, false. Why is testing so important? Because I want to be able to ship my code without worrying about breaking something. And I can do that by manually checking everything, but I don't have enough time to do that every time I make a change. So get a lot more confidence when I do it automated. It's just like every other software. Testing is no different from other software. Okay, I don't know why those are different or why that's failing, but let's take a look at this first one. Calling a run with a promise which resolves. So we've got our promise, got our state. We want it to equal the default state, and that is failing. So I guess the default state it starts out with is loading is true, and that's because it starts out as idle, and we say is loading if you're idle or you're pending. So then we do the, let's see. Oh yeah, so then we do the run, and now is pending, is true, is idle, should be false, and the status should be pending, and run is an anonymous function. I'm confused why these two are different. Well, I guess it passed anyway, so okay. Next is we resolve it, and then it's no longer just the default state once it's all done, because now we have data and stuff. So let's see, deferred. Yeah, resolve with resolved value. Here, and actually let's do a symbol resolved value. I'll say the data is the resolved value, and is idle should be true, is loading. Oh wait, no, is idle should be false. Is loading should be false. Is resolved should be true. Yep. Is success should be true, and status should be resolved. Great. And then similar changes here. So we need, basically all of this will be the same. And then here we'll change this. Rejected value equals symbol. Oops. I need to spell symbol right. Symbol rejected value. Okay, so really quick rundown what I'm building. You can actually look at it here. It's the React bookshelf. But yeah, it just allows you to look at books that you want to read. And I don't know why my SVG isn't loading. Oh, because my server's not running. Well, yeah, it just allows you to look at books that you could read, add notes to them, rate them, stuff like that. And the whole purpose of the project is for me to be able to teach people how to build React apps. So it's not so complicated that it's hard to be productive working in it, but it's complicated enough that you can very easily map concepts to the real world things that you're doing. So that's what that's all about. Okay, and then yeah, there we go. Then we'll get a couple other failures here. Is error is true, is idle is false, is loading is false, and that's should be enough. Ta-da! Sweet. Right, and we'll we'll look at. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Test app test utils. Here we go. Now this is going to get rendered with all providers and everything too. So, I mean, it's kind of a generic utility, so it shouldn't need providers, but in the event that it does. Yeah, okay. Hey, Adnan. You can actually, like, I don't know if people don't know this, but you can watch all of my live streams at any time. They're all on YouTube. I mean, it's kind of fun to watch the live thing because then I can answer questions and stuff. But yeah, you're totally welcome to watch it at any time. Where am I pulling the book data from? It is coming from the Hex directory. Ta-da! There's all the books. My wife put this together because she's awesome. I told a funny story about how this app came to be in yesterday's stream, but basically it was thrown together really quickly under a lot of stress. So my wife was awesome and helped a lot with it. So that's what's up there. Okay, let's run some more tests. We're getting there. Book is all that's left. And yeah, there we go. Yep, cool. And it's because we're importing generate from the wrong place because I moved it. At least that's the first problem. Yeah, I'm disappointed they've been rescheduled as well. It is just a rough time right now. Okay, Bootstrap app data. Who is calling Bootstrap app data? Is it just.mock context? Auth context. I think is what I need to do. Okay. And I don't know if I need to get the yeah, actually that's probably okay. But then it needs to be loaded into the cache. So think my Bootstrap app. Okay, let's come up here, and instead of pulling these from that, we'll say test app, test utils. And then we don't need to do this anymore. Just do it like that. And let's do all the book information. So just get one of these tests running. Okay. This is a new feature. You just pass the element and it'll wait until it's removed from its parent. It's pretty awesome. From its topmost parent. So it finds the topmost parent and then waits until that element is no longer in its topmost parent. It's pretty cool. Typically that'll be the document element, but sweet. Unable to find loading. That's what I was expecting. We should okay, so this is all the loading. Oh, right, because I got rid of the loading spinner on this page. So we're looking for yeah, let's do get by role, heading, name, loading. We'll do the full string. Okay, made it further. I feel like maybe we could do a little bit better here. Maybe when it's called, get a stack trace or something, because stack trace is not super helpful. Okay. DOM testing library. Make issue. Improve error output when wait for times out. Do you offer purchase power parity for Epic React Masterclass? Yes. Okay, so let me describe this really quick. So on my workshops page, you will find the Epic React Masterclass. It's all 8 of these live workshops that you will love, and they're awesome. Very cool. It is very expensive, and I don't offer purchase power parity for this. I say it's very expensive, but it's also like really, really super valuable content. Like as expensive as, well, and it looks like it's all sold out. But like this should be $5,000 or more for all of these workshops. But anyway, I am planning on making Epic React Dev. This is like top priority for me. This is actually why I'm doing all of these workshops, is so that I can do Epic React Dev, and it will be awesome. So I'm making all of the workshops so that eventually when Epic React Dev is, or when I'm done with all the workshops, I can record them and put it on Epic React Dev. I've got all the workshops. They're all done pretty much. I'm working on the Build React.js applications one before your eyes. Yeah, so other than that one, they're all ready to go. I just wanted to run through each one of them one last time before I go and record it. So when Epic React Dev is done, And check this out. Woo! When it's all done, then you'll be able to come here and buy a license, have access to all of that material, and it will support purchase power parity, just like testingjavascript.com does. And you'll love that. It'll be great. So that's that. Okay, so the wait for utilities don't give a very helpful error message when they time out. I think it'd be great to log the last, or to log the stack trace from where it was called, so it's easier to find which usage triggered the timeout. I think we could just put a const new error call stack new error stack at the start of the function call, and then use that to log the call stack when there's a failure. Hunt around for the right call. Hopefully this teaches itself, because nobody would need to do anything extra for this to work. Okay. Help wanted enhancement. Okay, just keep that on there because that's something I do want to do eventually. Make a playlist for this bookshelf app. A playlist like a singing or like a music playlist. I've done music on the stream before. It never went very well. People were bothered by it, so I stopped it. Okay. Okay, great. So let's figure out what, I'm guessing it's this one. The loading just never stops. And this will be okay, true. It's not list items. Oh, right. We need to get stuff into the query cache. Yeah. Okay. So trying to think, maybe my mock bootstrap could have something to help with this. Oops. Mock resolved value and set query cache. Yep. That's what it's going to be called. Okay, so value, and then we'll say with the value, and the we're going to want Let's go here, get our query cache. And actually, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't mock this, and instead we should just mock the clients. We'll let the bootstrap thing do its thing. What happened to my mouse? We lost connection for a second there. And lost it again. Is my battery low? Let me check the battery here. But I lost it again. Come on now. Bluetooth. Yeah, it looks like it's a little low. Let me go get the cord. Drat. You know what I just realized? I used to have a monitor that had a USB here, but now it's a USB-C. My monitors only have a bunch of USB-Cs. So let me get an adapter. Charging. Hooray! I feel like my old trackpad didn't need to be charged as often. Yeah, it's kind of fun, this green screen thing. I guess it's about a YouTube C playlist. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm guessing you're referencing the playlist that was referenced earlier, and I still am super confused. Okay. So, yes. All right. So we're good. Now we just need to mock out the, let's see. A quick question. I've had many discussions with senior colleagues that don't believe the value of testing for the front end. Their argument being that the front end changes so frequently that there's no point running unit tests. What is your opinion about that? My opinion is that this is a really common misconception, and the problem is that most of the tools that we had for testing the front end tested implementation details, and so yes, when the implementation changes, you have to change your tests. That's a very frustrating experience, and if you were writing tests like that, then it would be, I would agree that that's super annoying. You wouldn't want to do that. But if you don't write test implementation details, then it provides a lot of value. And so I've got a blog post about this. You can direct them to. It is this one. So feel free to write tests that avoid implementation details, and you will be set in a really good place. Okay. Let me figure out where I was. I need to mock out the client for the yeah, the list items client and the books client. And the auth client, we don't need to mock out because we're actually not going to use it. So let's do mocks list item, or actually, you know what? We don't need to make a thing for that. We'll just say jest.mock utils list items client and the books client. There we go. And then in here, we'll just import both of those. Why do we have the auth provider? I don't think we need that. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Auth provider. And get rid of that. And we'll import star as list item client from utils list items client and books client. Okay, and then in here, list items client dot read mock resolved value once and list item. Why do we list items? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if they want to have a null one or something, that's fine. Okay, and then user, we don't need to worry about the user, but the book client, that's what this was supposed to be doing. We're going to mock that. Books client dot, I think it's just read, but let's see what is being called here. Yeah, just read. Mock resolved value once. Book. And I think this should actually resolve to an object that has list items. Okay. Save that, see what happens. If this question requires too much detail, what is the best way to implement a login page that renders different data for different users when when logging with React? Yeah, that'll take too long. Sorry, Dallas. Okay. Well, we're not getting that fetch warning anymore, which means we're mocking out the appropriate things. If I uncomment that, we should get a fetch warning, I think. Nope. But if I comment this one out, why didn't we get a fetch warning for that? Or that one? Thoroughly confused. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. Why is it timing out? So we're going to do return this and screen debug. Oh, I don't have screen in here. That's right. Okay, cool. So we got a bunch of act stuff going on here too. That's interesting. Oh, but it passed. Weird. Okay, so we get loading, and then we get all the stuff loaded. Interesting, but the shortcut, so this is what I have that works, but I should be able to do a shortcut. But this one times out. Huh, that's strange. Okay, so I think there may be a bug in the way that this is implemented, and because I'm the maintainer of the library, I want to figure out what it is. So test debug. Here, and actually, let's do book. We just run the one test, and actually, before we do that, let's do a dot only on this, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, cool. So now we've got that going. Let's pull up a node process debugger, play through, and we'll add a debugger statement right here. Oh, let's do, wait, what? Try this again. Oh, I need to enable watch mode on that. Whoops. Thought that I had done that. Try that again. Let's just add that debugger statement there right now. Play on through. Hit the debugger, please. Here we are. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to dive into, so loading is a DOM node, right? There it is. And then we dive into here. Okay. Just keep on diving. Okay. I don't know what where am I going? There we go, finally. I knew I'd find my way here eventually. Okay, so callback's not a function. So we do our initial check to make sure it actually is an element. And then we turn it into an array of elements. And then I'm going to put a breakpoint right there. Okay, yep, that should work. I'll also put a breakpoint right there. Okay, so play through. Here we are, we've got our parent, which is our HTML element, so that's the document element, contains, so document.body.inner HTML. Okay, play that through. Interesting, we should definitely be breaking right here. Let's try this again, except we're gonna do book.js. Huh, it only calls that callback once. And in fact, it only does it with the initial check. And it just occurred to me that I don't need to do this initial check right here because I do it right here anyway. Why is this not getting called? Oh, because my observation of it is making it take too long. Maybe. It's never getting called? Okay, let's go into node modules, testing library, DOM, dist, wait for element to be removed. We'll come in here, here object log, or console log result. We'll turn that off, have it go again. Mutation observer is not a constructor. Oh, that's what's happening. That's interesting. Hold on a second. I think I figured out what's going on. Yep. Nope, that's wrong. Mutation observer is definitely a constructor. How do you navigate between directories like that? You mean like this? I do node modules. So I have an extension. You can find all of my stuff here. I don't know if that's been URLified, so there you go. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, I get it. I know what's going on. Because here I'm actually running the test script without this being set. So I need to set that. There we go. Okay, coming back. We're good. Okay, there we go. We're getting some result logs here. So let me go book.js. Okay. So that's helpful. Now we can at least see that it's getting called multiple times, which is what it should be doing. And now you can figure out why this is happening. So let me add another. Okay, so go. Hit my breakpoint, there's my debugger. And then this is the first check, second check. And then, right there. Okay, so parent contains element true, but the parent doesn't. So the parent is the HTML element. Parent dot children first, second, or last. Okay, inner HTML. So the parent does not contain this element anymore, right? Oh, the element is the same. I see. So the element actually was never removed from the DOM. It just was updated. Thanks, React. Okay, that makes sense. Probably should document this. DOM testing library issues. This probably should be a docs thing. Testing library docs issues. Document confusing behavior with wait for element to be removed. So I added this feature. Wait for element to be removed, element, wait for element to be removed, get by screen, get by text, foo, and so this is the new, this is the old. Both work, but the first I think is easier most of the time. But I just learned that in React applications and likely other frameworks, the DOM nodes aren't always removed, rather they're updated. So that cool new feature won't always work as you might expect. I think we should probably document this somewhere. Okay. Okay, there we go. How am I able to run this on 2x speed if it's a live stream? What I do is often I will get into the live stream late, and so I'll just go to the beginning and 2x it up to what's live, or I'll just pause it, I'll go do something else, and then I'll 2x it to get up to live. That's what I do for like Apple keynotes or stuff like that. So yeah, fun little fact or something you can do. Okay, cool. So I'm glad I figured that out. That makes things good. That's good to know. So now we just can't do it that way. Instead, we'll do it this way. And now let's get our test running again. Book.js. Sweet. And we're getting book screen. So the book screen is triggering some sort of something. And actually we don't need to do that anymore. Okay, so let's go to our book screen and see using params. Something in here is happening. I think we just need to wait for something to happen. Yeah, wait for, I bet if we do this, then it'll go away. This is just to confirm my assumption. This is going to fail. Yep, so something's happening. We'll have a before equals as fragment after as fragment and expect before inner HTML, or here let's do debug, or yeah, to equal after. This is probably not going to look very nice. Oh, okay, so there's no observable changes that happen, which makes things a little difficult. Dang it. So, I don't know what assertion I need to wait for is the problem. I'm pretty sure that this is something that's happening in one of the hooks. So, yeah, like if we say book ID equals hi, and then we say hi. Oh, here, and let's get rid of this now. So it's not the use params, but we'll leave that off because there are a couple things that are happening. So use book, let's see if we can get, say window.mybook equals book, and window.mybook. Try that again. Is there like a save all button or something? Okay, so that changed things considerably. Oh, right. Okay, well, in this case, we don't have to wait for loading, so. Oh, status buttons. Has that always been the case? No, it was book screens before. So yes, I believe this is something that React Query is doing, because usebook uses React Query, and status buttons also use React Query. Yep, and there's that one. So when I got rid of usebook, it went away. So I'm pretty confident there's something happening in React Query that's causing this act to be a problem. And this is going to be a little tricky to figure out. Sure would be nice if they gave us a stack trace to where that update was. I think that they could. So let's try this. Oh, whoops. And we are using development. Okay. Huh. Okay. They only do it in jest. That's interesting. Yeah, the stack is just not helpful at all. So they give us, I think they just give us this stack. But I want the full stack trace. But maybe that's hard to do because they're scheduler. Yeah, in a world of hooks, having the component stack trace is, I mean, it's still helpful, but boy, there are hooks all the way down. So let me just see if we can do a plus new error stack. Yep, there it is. Hey, that actually is quite helpful. Okay, React issues, new, add, okay, choose. Oh, what's that? Oh, interesting. That's a good idea. I didn't know those were a thing. That's brilliant. Okay. Okay, add stack trace relevant stack trace to act warnings. Okay, I should probably make just an example of this. So we'll let's fork this first. We'll make a new example test.js. Whoops, that is the wrong file name. And we'll import React from React. Wow, I just realized this is way small for you. So you probably actually want to see this. So test act warning. Okay, and then make a function component and let set state function use hook 1, 2, 3, return, or let's see, const state stuff react use state, and then set state equals state stuff at 1, return state stuff, return use hook 1, return, yeah, okay. Whoa, okay. Use hook 2, and then const state set state equals use hook 3, return hello, and then import React DOM from React DOM, const div equals document create element div, document dot or React DOM dot render component in the div, and then set state hi act warning here. Okay, and then we'll refresh because Code Sandbox has some problems with tests, and I don't know why, but it's been a while and they haven't done anything about it. They haven't really mentioned anything. It's kind of annoying. And we're not getting an act warning. Oh, how about we do set timeout? Do async. We'll await. I don't think that it needs to be in a set timeout. I don't know why is that not working. I'm going to download it because I don't trust Code Sandbox with tests. Oh, this is kind of frustrating. Open 0 whatever 0 whatever. Just get rid of you. Right, version 16.8.0, I think. Do something or set state without wrapping an act. Observe the act warning. And we'll make that. Right now the act warning gives a component stack trace, which is nice, but in the age of reusable hooks, it's not enough to help people really identify where the issue is, because it could be in hooks far away from the component. I think it would be nice if a stack trace were included in addition to the component stack trace. I would expect that the stack would only include things or rows for the user's code, not React code. For only include non-React code. Okay, let's come here. There it is. Okay. Here's an example of the output. Here's an example of what I think would look good. And then we'll go in here. Node modules, React. Actually, I'm in this file, it's in React development, React DOM development. React DOM, this, or CJS development. Okay, and then not wrapped in act. It's all of these. Plus or here, new line, plus new error stack. It's trying to prettyify it. That would not be necessary. Okay, copy all this. Paste it here, get rid of that. And in a more real world scenario, like one I'm dealing with right now, here's what it might look like. And probably not error, but stack trace. That would be an enormous help because the offending code is not my own, but one of my dependencies. Thanks. Yep. Oh, whoops. Forgot to add a link to the reproduction. I'm getting a phone call, so I'm going to screen it because I don't know what it is. Okay. Let me just see if they talk. Okay, I gotta be back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I gave him reproduction, and I think that would be a huge help for people to be able to figure out, okay, where is this happening? And it looks like it's happening in source utils 119. Okay, good. So I know that it's React Query that's doing it. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and I'll get rid of this. And those node modules, man, that takes a while. Okay, how do I shrink this? Right here. Okay, that's what I want. There we go. So with that, it's this one, but for some reason it's not turning that one into a link. That is annoying. Okay, but we're in React Query, source, or dist. Oh, that's weird. Why is it source utils? Oh, great. I guess it read a source map or something. That's unfortunate. Okay, but in any case, we're looking for a function called re-render. Re-render. Oh, huh. Why is it calling re-render? Where is it calling that? On state update. Yep, that's where it is, on state update. It's coming from query cache. It's in a for each. Okay, well, let's let me go to React Query source then. Maybe I can follow through this. It's a little confusing, but we're looking for each inquiry cache at 224. For each query instances that's in our dispatch. So who's calling dispatch? Query cache at 234. That's happening because the stale timeout. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do then. We just need to make the query config stale be infinity. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So let's find this here. And just for now, stale, what is it? Stale time, infinity. And actually, I think that's what I want my app to have it set at. Okay, it took long enough, but I think actually my computer's not doing so hot, so that's why. But anyway, yeah, we'll just have that stale time be infinity. Or what is the default for that stale time? Let's find out. Okay, well, I wonder what impact this makes on the app. I don't think it should make any impact, but you never know. So let me grab this, bring it over here. Yep, doesn't look like there's any impact. And it just stays fresh. Okay. So then if I remove this, that's what I was worried about. Yeah. So it does need to be stale. All right, so that's not going to work. Stale. Re-render. Dispatch. On state update. Okay, we'll save this. We'll get that error again. And actually, I'm going to cancel that. I'll delete it. And we can have it in a different thing. Get rid of this one too. Okay. So dispatch. $234 is what I was looking at. 234. This is happening in a timeout. Stale time. Oh, and the stale time is happening. Okay, I see. So I just want in my test the stale time to be. No, I don't want it to be anything in particular. I just don't want it to actually make well, so I don't think it's making additional requests. I think it's just updating things to say, oh, you're stale now. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, okay. So recommendation on testing. Hey there. I'm getting an error or an act warning when using React query hooks because of this. Basically, what's happening is my my component finishes rendering, and then React query triggers a re-render, and that is thanks to this re-render. Thanks to this. Which is the thing that's giving me the act warning. Now I can add wait for async utils. Nope, testing library async. Call to the end of my test, and the warning goes away, but I think it would be better to have an assertion in that callback. I'm just not sure what to assert happened as a result of the state update. Do you have any suggestions for people testing this stuff? Should I just set the stale, what was it called? Stale time to infinity. Kind of thinking that might work, except then my tests would have a different config from my app, which could lead to some problems. Getting a knock on the door. Any ideas? I'll be right back. Okay, hello. So I am thinking what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to lunch because I haven't eaten lunch yet, and I can't believe it's already 1:41. But what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is we're gonna set the stale time to infinity if we're in tests. And I don't really like doing this kind of thing in my source code, but I think I'm gonna have to. So, I mean, maybe there's a way I can figure out how to set this just for the tests. I could mock out the provider. But yeah, for now, I'm going to say process env node env is test, then infinity, otherwise 0. I think that's the default. Here, let's go. See, query cache. Oh, here we go. Oh, whoops. Drat. Why is my see, use hook. Nope. Oh man. It was a code sandbox. See. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking on the phone about. We were maybe gonna get solar panels. Hopefully. Code code sandbox. Yeah, this is the one. Oh, sorry about that. It was basically this, except code sandbox doesn't always work well with tests, so feel free to download that to investigate further. And if the browser does this, then yes, this is probably something Jest should do. Any chance you could transfer this issue? Or maybe we can, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Jest is on the Facebook org, right? Jest, yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah, oh, I was looking for the default value for stale time. No, okay. Config. Stale time, yeah, 0. Yep, okay, so we'll do that, and my test will pass. But I have a feeling that some of these other tests will not with that, so we might have to investigate into it further. But that's as much as I can do right now. So let me get rid of this, save that, add, commit, progress on tests, and push that. And then I gotta say goodbye. Thanks everyone. We'll see you probably this afternoon.